What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wrassle Graps. My name is Chris,
My name is Vincent.
and this is pretty awkward. Last
Why?
time we did a WWE review, we said we're taking a break. We're not going to be here for a while. We're going to go do other stuff like AW. We're going to talk about that. And that was only like a couple of weeks ago. And it hasn't even been a month, and we're already back. I will have it clarified. This is not my fault. I was dragged into this.
Look, we're back for a specific reason. We heard rumblings, okay? We heard rumblings if someone's going to return tonight. We're on SmackDown. So that's why we're here, because it's been a long time, 10 years, as they say. So I figured that was a very important reason to come back for at least one time, one time for the one time. Unfortunately, we got caught up in some stuff again.
And listen, man, was that one moment worth sitting through a whole 2 hours of 2025 SmackDown? Short answer, no. Long
Bro, we could
answer,
have just watched the
let's get
YouTube.
into it. We really could have. Long answer, let's get into it. So John Cena's going to come out first here. He says, this is my last SmackDown. Just wanted to come out here and have fun. Tell you the truth, I have no plans. Just kind of here to be here, man.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have any plans, but I guess someone did have plans.
Bro said it's just nice to be in Chicago and not get booed. It's the first.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't booed, and he was actually heavily supported, I think.
Everyone loved him, justifiably so. Like he said, it's his last SmackDown. So, you're just happy to be there. Someone
Yeah, he
else
was
very
like,
happy.
"Oh, it's my last SmackDown, and I'm gonna wish everyone a good night." But then Sami Zayn's music hits.
Yeah, Sami Zayn comes out, face Sami Zayn, and he got booed like
Well, he
he...
got cheered. Okay, he got cheered at first. They sang his song. They said, "Let's go, yeah, Sami Zayn," and then they started booing him for no reason.
He got booed like he just haluva kicked an elderly woman backstage before coming out and was on the Titantron.
It's
It
so
was bad,
weird.
man.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It was horrendously bad, man.
I
Everyone
don't, I don't
was
think it
very...
was just the online shit. I feel like people in the audience usually cheer him. So it had to be a mixture of like online shit and probably John Cena, I think.
This is like when the WWE commentators, they go out there and they're like, "Oh, that's so weird, This is that weird night of the year where people boo who they normally cheer, but cheer who they normally boo, and it's just
At least
a
this
weird
one
thing."
makes more sense, I think.
Do you think it makes sense this time?
I think for this guy specifically, yeah, it's kind of weird. But I mean, if it happens next week, then there's obviously a pattern.
There's a pattern. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Booing Sami Zayn as a face. It's one of those things you just don't expect to happen. It really threw me off.
yeah. I don't think he deserves to get that many boos. I think I know someone that does. I think I know someone that he's gonna come up soon.
We're gonna get to him, but before that, Sammy's like, "Hey, John really wanted to share the ring with you on your last night. When I debuted, you gave me the opportunity to be U.S. champion. You had an open challenge. I'd love to do the same thing." John Cena's like, "Oh yeah, cool. You do an open challenge." He's like, "Well, actually, John, please stop walking away. I would like you to be my first opponent."
But let's try to
And
get out of there as quick as possible.
he knew where it was going. He did not want to be a part of it. And
Yeah.
then Sammy goes, "No, hold on, please. I actually wanted you to be my first opponent." And John said, "Why not? I guess." And they had a match. Match was fine.
Yeah, it could have been better. I think the first match they had was better, the debut one, but so be it. This match was what you'd expect from a John Cena match these days.
Honestly, I appreciate it more than what he was doing before, which is just doing the AA over and over again. Just him trying to incorporate other moves from people he wanted to wrestle but didn't get to. I like that idea. I hated the commentary because they did not understand, especially Michael Cole. He did not understand what was going on, like at all.
Corey Graves understood, and Michael Cole, he was the lead like announcer, so he was calling the moves first, and he always got it wrong. Like he was
But
in like calling out the tributes. He was just like back suplex,
Michael
and
Cole
then
was
Corey
pissing
Graves
me
would be
off,
like, "That's
bro.
an angle slam."
Pissing me off, man. He did the angle slam, and then Michael Cole was like, "Oh, that's a suplex, back suplex variation." And then he did the spear, and you're like, "Ah, shouts out to his greatest rival of all time, Roman Reigns."
And
And
then
then
I saw John Cena post a picture of Edge on Instagram.
Yeah, and then he hit a pop-up power bomb. Hulk was like, "Oh, that's an interesting power bomb he did there."
Yeah.
And then last but not least, the worst part, he did the go to sleep, the very obvious tribute to CM
Yeah,
Punk. And yeah, he goes, knee. Look at that knee. Yeah, I know
these
we were.
people work for your company. CM
And this
Punk.
is this is even like when he sees a Falcon driver and he calls it a Michinoku driver. Because at least I get that. It's such a minute difference that you wouldn't even notice if you weren't like super into it. But like, man, this is blatantly horrendous.
It was obvious what was going on. I mean, Kurt Angle signed to the company. I mean, there's no reason to not fucking call out these people's names, especially Edge, because he doesn't even use his name anymore.
I understand why you wouldn't want to say Edge, but like
I
CM
mean, you
Punk
say
has been
Edge, it goes
working
by
here.
Adam Copeland or Cope.
CM Punk has been working here for like 3 years now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
You see a go to sleep, everyone knows it's a go to sleep.
Shout out
But that's
Roman
just
Reigns or somebody who's rated R.
did they go to sleep? Shouts out Kenta, originator of that. Wow.
Boy, he
Uh,
really loves the Japanese grabs, this guy.
John Cena famously an NJPW mark.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I didn't. It was a little rough getting started this match, but it eventually found its groove. Even though they tried to ruin it with the 75 commercial breaks they threw in there.
They threw in too many it was a break. I mean, honestly, it was just a break every 5 minutes. I mean, there was like no breathing room.
At least they were nice enough to do it as the picture in picture, but everyone knows that no one pays attention during the picture in picture.
I was doing it though. I was, because I want to see this match. So I'm over there zooming in on the damn picture in picture, trying to see
Mm.
what's going on. And it was all right. It was all right.
So then the match is going on, and then it's interrupted by Brock Lesnar.
Now hold on. There was like a super AA, right? And you okay? Well, I mean, Sami Zayn was kicking out of AAs. He kicked out like two of them, and then there was a big super AA off the top rope and Cena hit on him, and then he couldn't really capitalize on him. They were both laid out in the ring. No one was getting up, and then you just hear the music of Brock Lesnar
To which
as he comes marching out.
everyone in the crowd cheered, which upset me, but whatever.
They're cheering, they're reacting, not like how they did with Sami Zayn, by the way, which is kind of strange. Kind of question that,
It bothers
but
me because, like, set aside the allegations, right? If you Even if you're not going to talk about that, or set it aside just for that, even though we know it's a thing. But let's talk about the fact that Brock Lesnar has done the same exact thing for 10 years, right? There is no difference between what he does now and what he did in 2015. So to sit here and act like, oh, Brock Lesnar, wow, super cool. Dude, you know what he's going to do. We know what's going to happen. It's not even fun anymore.
yeah, bro sucks. Let's be honest. Let's come
It's
clean here. He's garbage.
I'd like to say he's garbage, but like the shtick has gotten old. It's not fun
He's
anymore. At
pretty
least not
garbage.
for
He
me.
shows up limited times and he puts on mediocre matches.
He comes out, he ruins the match, which we all knew was going to happen. But
And
like,
he ruined this match.
man, how much longer are we doing the Brock Lesnar shtick, man? That's all I want to know.
Maybe after Wrestlepalooza, he'll be gone.
Oh yeah, and then we go to commercial break. It comes back. The match has been called off, even though the referee got taken out. So
The
they
ref
wouldn't
got
have even
taken
known.
out. He F5 Sammy because collateral damage, I guess. I don't know. And then Cena got F5 as well twice.
He did, and then it cuts to commercial break. Uh, Brock is backstage. He goes, "I'll see you at Wrestlepalooza, bitch."
Bitch.
And let's just take a moment to acknowledge, by the way, Wrestlepalooza, the goofiest fucking name for a pay-per-view of all time.
It really is. And when I heard him say that, especially in his voice, it was the funniest thing I ever heard.
It made me burst out laughing. If it wasn't for something that happens later on in the show, this would be the funniest thing on it. Um,
Okay.
this is the most 1980s nonsensical pay-per-view name I've heard in my entire life. Like, it speeds out Great Balls of Fire, honestly.
I think it's supposed to be like Lollapalooza.
It's dumb. I don't like it. This is a wrestling show. I mean, let's try to make it sound fun, okay?
What's that one pay per view AEW used to do? It's not like pay per view. It's like a TV special.
Fight
It's
for the
like
Fallen.
Fire Fest.
Oh,
Fire
Fighter
Fest.
Fest.
Fighter Fest. Yeah, it's like
At
that.
least that sounded kind of neat.
I don't even like that. I never liked that gimmick.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrendously bad. You can tell people, "Oh, I'm watching Fighter Fest tonight," and they're like, "Huh, odd name, but, have fun." You tell someone you're watching Wrestlepalooza, you're getting laughed out of the building. Don't ever talk to them again. They're only gonna make fun of you after you talk to them after that.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah. It's gonna be bad. Especially if they really think you suck because you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah, you're gonna well, not in 2025 maybe, but you're definitely getting bullied for saying the phrase, "I'm watching Wrestlepalooza."
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You have to hide the name. Be like, I'm watching a WWE pay-per-view. It's costing me $30.
I'm just gonna refer to it as the AJ Lee show from now on because that's basically what it is, and that's just
Yeah,
what's gonna be going forward.
yeah. That's what it is, man. Because that's the only reason I would watch.
So let's move on to backstage also. Carmelo Hayes is backstage talking to, uh, what's his name? Uh,
Wait, what? Who's Carmelo Hayes?
yeah, Carmelo Hayes is backstage. Nick Aldis, talking to Nick Aldis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Says
The
he
other one.
wants says he wants an opportunity. Then the Miz comes along. And he's like, "Yeah, you want a tag team title opportunity?" And he's like, "I'll think about it." To which Carmelo Hayes says, "That is not at all what I was asking for, Miz. Why would you say that?"
Right. I mean, did we cover the Aleister Black video? Though? It was like an Aleister Black video package.
That is after this.
That's before this, I think.
In my notes, I put it as after this.
All right, whatever. Covered after this.
Just what happened. That's what matters, right?
Right, it did happen. Yeah, it wasn't really that important.
But let's get to the chase here. They're arguing. Becky Lynch arrives. That's it for that stuff.
Right. That's what happened.
Now we get the Aleister Black promo where he says, "I came back here because everyone wanted me here, but this place still sucks. I hate it, and if I gotta die to fix it, I will."
Okay, fair enough,
And then next up, we get Black versus Priest, a match I was looking forward to. I wasn't disappointed by it. Could have been a little better.
Okay, I mean, yeah, this match, I mean, it looked good on paper, and it definitely did deliver, I guess, a little bit. But I mean, it didn't really knock my socks off or nothing.
This very clearly feels like the first match in the series matches, and hopefully, like on an actual PLE, they do it and it's like the full extent of what it could be. But this is just like a little taste of it.
That definitely does not hit on SmackDown when there's ads every 5 minutes. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, that was really taking me out of it, man.
Like doesn't matter how many good matches you have on SmackDown because guess what? They're gonna get cut off by ads, so it doesn't really matter.
It really ruined the entire flow of the show. But
It was like Road Dogg rubbing his hands together. I got a show for you tonight. I got some good matches, and it doesn't even matter. Road Dogg doesn't matter.
man, they really saddled that poor man with a mess, didn't they?
He's trying, bro, but it sucks. I don't know what to tell you.
On paper, this is actually a very good sounding show. John Cena, Sami Zayn, one more time.
I was looking forward
Uh,
to it. Yeah.
Aleister Black versus Damian Priest, fantastic sounding match. Uh, Meet Jim versus Julia could have been very good. It wasn't, but we'll talk about that later. The AJ Lee return, all this sounds great, but the commercial
Yeah.
breaks, man.
The Razor's Edge on the announce table was pretty cool during the match.
The one thing I didn't like, besides the fact that I felt like the match could have been a little bit more, is the beginning where he attacks Damian Priest, and then Priest sells the knee strike like he just got 17 years of CTE.
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah.
I appreciate the selling. I think he sold it a little bit too much. If you want to do like, oh, he's a tough guy coming back from a post match attack, let's have him get hit by more than one attack. That'd be really good.
So the way that Aleister Black won was he pulled. So I mean, what was it? Damian Priest went for a choke slam,
Yeah,
but
Priest goes for a choke
Aleister
slam.
Black grabs the referee, and then that was enough of a distraction. He hits the black mass. Ref counts the pin, and then Aleister wins.
Black Mass is still the best finishing move in professional wrestling. I will not hear anything else about it.
Now he looks like a pussy though, to be honest.
I don't like the booking. I just said I love the finish.
Finish is good. The referee pulling, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Listen, I hate the way that they're booking him as a heel because I remember Stoic Badass Aleister Black from NXT, and this is not even close. But you know what? I'm just happy to see him. This is my copium. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Oh no, I'm gonna lose. Let me grab this guy. Hold on, hold on. Boom, hits him with the black mass.
If you think about it, it's kind of smart.
It is smart, but I don't know about for him, I think someone else can do that.
No, he wouldn't do that. What he should have done is he reverses it into like a DDT or something, and then he gets back up, Black Mass, and then that's the match.
Right. I mean, that would have been better. Would have been better. It's more up his alley,
I understand you need a dirty finish to set up another match in the future, but that's not how Aleister Black would do that, is all I'm saying.
Well, he just did. So now he does that now forever.
I hate that. I hate that.
It's part of his
I really don't
lore.
like it.
Yeah.
This must be how you felt watching Rey Mysterio get booked into oblivion ever since he's returned.
Yeah, that's how I feel, man. Just always depressed.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get to an Orton versus McIntyre promo. They're
That's
gonna have a
my
match next
Twisted
week.
Tea. This one's sponsored, by the way. Twisted
I
Tea.
hate the Twisted Tea sponsorship so much. I was gonna talk about that later, but if you want to talk about it now, we can.
Yeah, because this was so blatantly sponsored. It was like on the side.
This wasn't as bad as the Julia entrance. That was 10 times worse.
Oh, yeah, you are right. I didn't really pay attention during the range and stuff.
But we'll talk about it when we get there. But they have a promo segment. It was a cool promo segment. They have a match next week. We will not watch it or cover it because we're not doing this to ourselves again. Unless we have a very good reason for it. But that's not enough. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Drew was saying that WWE needs a real man. And Randy spelled McIntyre with RKO. So it kind
I
of
didn't like
sucked. Yeah.
it. I get we're all wrestling fans here. Spelling's not our forte. I didn't
Even I could tell
appreciate.
you that. That was dumb.
I didn't appreciate being confronted by that truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Never
that.
spell at me again, Randy. Just hit the RKO. Don't do that.
I like the thing where they say is like, you know how dangerous I am. Why do you keep provoking me?
That's pretty crazy that he would say that.
I didn't like that line. That was a good line.
You like that line?
It was better than R, Mac, K, and O, Iron. It was better than that.
Yeah, I guess compared to that, it's better, but everything sucked.
I am scraping the bottom of the barrel for positives.
Exactly. You're pulling whatever you can out, but it's not working.
Let's move on. Tiffany Stratton backstage getting interviewed. She's talking about how she's going to beat Jade Cargill again.
She's gonna shove her foot up her ass.
She wouldn't say that, unfortunately, but it was heavily implied.
It was what she meant. Yeah, exactly. But then Jade
Uh,
was also in the back, and she was threatening Nia Jax.
yeah, she was watching and she's like, man, I can't believe she just insinuated that she would do that to me. And then Nia Jax showed up. She said, man, Jade, why are you getting that title shot? You suck. And then Jade Cargill was like, how about you say that again and I beat your ass? And then that was it.
I guess they're gonna have a match at some point where they're gonna fight each other, or Nia Jax gonna attack her.
Base assumption is Nia Jax ruins the title match next week.
Exactly. That makes sense.
So next up, Becky is backstage in Nick Aldis' office. Nick Aldis says, for the love of God, please, this Brock Lesnar thing ruined my show. Do not do anything else. And she
That's
said, don't
pretty
worry.
factual.
Don't worry. I won't do nothing. And then that was that thing.
He's got a point,
And I was like, yeah, that's pretty true. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. Can't believe you would just come in here and say, Wrestlepalooza, bitch.
They try to be serious about it. That's the worst part. They say it and they try to be serious about it.
Yeah. Let me suspend him forever.
God, what's this $30 charge on your credit card for? Oh, I just had to watch Wrestlepalooza.
Brock
Okay.
Lesnar's gonna watch.
No, it's just my reenactment of a fan being questioned about his credit card purchases.
That's what they'd say afterwards, man. They're big Brock Lesnar fans.
This is the sole purpose I'm watching All Out that day instead of Wrestlepalooza.
I
Literally
might
just
not
for
even
the fact
watch it all out. I mean, I'm trying to see what the card's looking like, but
it looks very good.
it's looking okay.
We'll talk about it on the AEW review we're gonna do after this.
Usually
But
when we get closer to the day, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy it. Okay.
I was sold by Moxley and Darby in a coffin match.
Well, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
Exactly. See, they already got my money.
I like Rio versus Mercedes Monet. I think it's gonna be good.
That too also sold.
Yeah. They only bring her back. Like, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, back to the show we're actually talking about. We get to the Julia entrance I was talking about. And then Michael Cole goes, "It's the Beautiful Madness, sponsored by Mike's Hard Lemonade." And I said, "Fine. What's wrong with you?"
Mike's Hard Lemonade. What the fuck?
Man, I get you gotta work in your sponsors, but God,
At
why
least she
you got?
wasn't dressed like lemonade.
I was surprised they held back, and she was not in the lemonade colors.
Lemonade costume.
I'm surprised they didn't put Keanu James in the costume.
Bro, I hate this. That's what ruins this damn show, okay? It's all the sponsors and all the little gimmicks they do. That's what ruins it.
It's aggressive, man.
It's
At
too
least
good.
they took it off the mat for like the regular shows, which is nice. But they get aggressive about it on commentary, man.
Yeah, it's too goofy. And the commentary sucks. By the way, Michael Cole, not good.
At least like AEW, they'll mention it 2 or 3 times throughout the night, and that's all you hear about it. They do this here way too much, man.
Honestly, thank God Mauro Ronaldo's not calling the show because he would have to say a bunch of bullshit.
Hey, he would have made it entertaining. He would have made it work.
Mamma mia. Mike's Hard Lemonade. It can't get any harder.
Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's harder than your cousin watching this show. I don't know. I didn't know where it ended, and that's just what came. You know,
You can't say that though. You can't be saying that.
not on commentary, no. But that's all I got.
Okay, we have to rework that. You know.
Work it for next time I do a SmackDown review. Ever
Yeah,
go forgotten the joke? I'll have remembered. I'll do it, and it'll be like, "Why'd you just do that? That was weird."
exactly. We'll have to rework it over time.
So we get Julia versus Michin. Match was fine. Wasn't anything special.
Love to see
Uh,
Meach on the show.
nice to see her. Nice to see Julia actually be able to wrestle too. That's nice.
That's what I feel about everyone that's a champion wrestling.
Yeah. Julia wins with Kiana James's help, and then that's pretty much it.
I have no idea what Keanu James is, but I saw her distract Meechin, and I think that was pretty interesting.
I'm glad that really sold you on her.
It didn't sell me on anything besides me saying, "Wow, nice introduction to her," I guess.
You said this manager do be managing. That is true.
Yeah, good for her. You know, be on the show and whatnot.
So next up, we get to a very
Why'd they
goofy
attack
segment.
her after the match, though?
It wasn't Julia. It was really just Kiana James.
Yeah, it was just Keanu James attacking Meech.
A little unnecessary, but it is what it is.
Exactly.
So next up, we get to a goofy segment. It's Flair and Bliss backstage. Flair wants to get cleared for a match with the Secret Service, Chelsea Green.
Right.
Bliss walks in and she goes, "Lily's a registered doctor." And I said, "I don't know about that." But shows up, she
Well,
says, "You got to take some
we need
time, you
more
got to heal."
doctors.
hmm
Why not? You know.
I guess, it's something. I don't know how that's going to hold up in like actual like medical situations. But, good for Lily, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy. She got a better job than me, man.
That's sad. That's the saddest part of the show.
Yeah.
So shows up and she says, "You gotta take some time. You gotta rest, okay?" And then she leaves, and she leaves the doll behind. And Charlotte looks at the doll and goes, "Am I cleared or not, man? I gotta know."
Look, I didn't hate this segment. I thought it was pretty good.
It's a little goofy. I give it a pass.
Yeah, I think they delivered whatever they were going for. Okay.
It entertained me, And by this point in the show, I was like, you know what? I didn't hate it. It was fine.
Yeah, they'll get their revenge on the Secret Herpes eventually.
Next up, we get my favorite part of the show. It's Sid Rollins' music hits, Michael Cole voice cracks, and goes, "Now what?"
Hey, why you do that on purpose? I think it was on purpose.
It might have been on purpose, but regardless, it was funny.
How do you do that on purpose?
I really don't think it was. I really don't think it was.
It might not have been. He was so annoyed though.
He was so pissed off he forgot to be careful about the voice crack, and it just came out.
Yeah, maybe he was going for like a higher note, but it just
He went,
sounded bad, you know.
he went to just go, oh, now what? But it slipped out. It happens.
Probably. Yeah.
There are worse things to slip out on
He could have been pissed.
national.
He could have been also pissed about the voice crack.
Look, man, there's worse words to slip out of people's mouths on commentary. Just saying.
Like, why? What are you talking about?
I can't say any of them. I'm not trying to get canceled.
Right, right.
So Seth comes out. He's like, we're going to ruin CM Punk's career. It's going to end tonight in Chicago. Becky Lynch is going to do it for me. Then Becky comes out.
I
The
have no
crowd
idea what
starts.
he was thinking when he said that.
I don't know either. But then Becky comes out and she's pissed off at Chicago. So she does her own PG version of Bill Burr's Philly rant, but for Chicago.
She's saying she's the GOAT, by the way.
So she's greatest of all time says Chicago sucks. I hate your sports teams. I hate everything about this place. I hate CM Punk. Then Punk comes out and he says, buddy, I got shooters all over the place. You get out of here
Who does he
or
think he is?
it's going to be it for you. And then she starts slapping him, starts smacking him. And I thought that CM Punk was just going to attack her for real. And then that was going to be it.
But he leaves like a pussy.
Like, I don't know about you. I generally thought he was about to just go for it, man.
Nah, he was looking too depressed to like actually want to fight her.
No,
Or
he
punch
looked
her.
pissed.
He might have been pissed, man. She's like rubbing her face on his fucking chest and going crazy. I don't know.
So he leaves the ring and he goes, I would never hit a woman. Which is funny in hindsight because people just keep floating the clip online of him giving the GTS to Beth Phoenix. But that's neither here nor there.
That's not 2025. This is 2025 CM Punk. Yeah.
Yeah, he would never hit a woman. But he knows
Exactly.
someone that would, and it's his wife, AJ Lee.
They did float the idea of it being Bailey or Rhea Ripley during CM Punk's promo. But we
I
knew
was
as soon as he brought
surprised.
them up that it definitely was not going to be that.
I was surprised it didn't get loud boos when he suggested it would be them.
They got like, why did Sammy get the worst fucking response ever?
He did not deserve it, but he got it.
It had to be fucking because of John Cena. It had to be.
It was not John Cena's fault. I would not blame him for this.
No, it's his fault because he was there. It's not really his fault because of any reason of his own, you know?
If it was anyone else in the ring, I think he still would have got it.
I mean, we'll see, man. We got to watch SmackDown next week and find out.
No, we don't. We're not. No. That's
Well,
a
then
nice
you
try,
work
buddy.
yourself into a shoot, buddy. I don't know what to
You
tell you.
worked yourself into it. You could watch it for fun, and you could find out.
I'm not watching that for fun. It's not fun. That's why.
Oh, that's tough.
So if I did watch it, I would not have fun.
But AJ Lee came out, and it was really cool. It was the best part of the night, like actually, not ironically.
It was actually very cool. Yeah, I mean, she's gone for such a long time. We missed her, you know. So the crowd reacts in such a big way. She's skipping around the ring with her old music. Hopefully they stick to the old music, by the way. Hopefully they stay with the music.
That was
'Cause
the
that
best
music's
thing about
iconic.
it, is that they
Yeah.
didn't Def Rebel her.
I know. Imagine he came out to like some random song, but it said AJ Lee on the Titantron, so it made sense.
Yeah, it's AJ Lee's voice. Let's light it up.
And then it's just a random generic song.
Yeah, some random AI nonsense with cartoon sound effects in it.
DIY. Exactly. Or something like
Don't
that.
remind me of the DIY song. That's criminal.
And then they used the fucking old DIY song on NXT.
That upset me even worse, is that they have it, they have the license, they just don't do it.
It's fucked up. Yeah, what the hell?
You give them the
Why?
goofy song, they have to deal with the goofy song in the main roster, we give them the good one on NXT, that's fucked.
That's the true story of their careers, though. They're like goofy on the main roster, and they're big stars in NXT.
If I had it my way, I'm sending everyone from 2017, 2019 NXT back down, and it's just gonna be that again. It'll be great. They never
Yeah,
leave. I watch NXT forever.
exactly. Well, anyway, AJ Lee gets her, I guess, revenge on Becky Lynch here. Beats her up. Becky Lynch retreats, and so does Seth Rollins. He's also there, and he carries Becky Lynch away.
I mean, yeah, it was cool to see. It was fun to see it. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest AJ Lee person when I was 12, 11.
I mean, So you don't really think about it when you're in the moment. You're not like, I'm such a big AJ Lee fan, but you're like, I like AJ Lee. You know, she brings something to the table. That's for sure.
But I thought
So
it
I
was
mean,
cool.
yeah, I think that if she was going to return, I would have had a big reaction to it, which I did. It was very exciting.
It was nice to see her. I think it would have been even better if that guy didn't tweet at WWE's merch department, and WWE's merch department wasn't like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we got the collection on drop."
We got that shit. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. You just gotta wait for the AJ Lee merch. That's gonna be coming when she returns to WWE.
I think if that didn't happen, this would have hit harder. But that's just my
That
opinion.
really ruined it. I mean, I think. I mean, even though we knew it was gonna happen, we didn't know because we thought it could have been Rhea Ripley. But whatever.
I hate, by the way, that it's gotten to a point where I'm just really happy that WWE does what we all want and doesn't do something else. Like, it's gotten back to like the olden times of WWE, where it's like, thank God they didn't do anything else that was unpredictable.
Right. I mean, at least it was something good, you know?
Because there was every chance that they just brought out Rhea Ripley, and like, why they very well could have. They could have made it Roxanne Perez just for fun, just to fuck with you.
It would have been real awkward if they couldn't get AJ Lee to send the contract.
It really would have been. But thankfully she did, and now she's back, and it seems like it'll be a full-time thing for a little while.
But yeah, apparently it's a multi-year deal, whatever that might mean.
In any case, that was cool. Again, not worth sitting through 2 hours of SmackDown for, but it was cool to see that.
Especially when most of the hours are filled by advertisements.
Let me be clear, by the way. AJ Lee segment, double thumbs up. It was fantastic. Rest of the show, as a whole, that's a thumbs down for me.
I'm actually gonna give the show. I mean, yeah, I mean, you kind of got that right. I want to give it a thumb. I want to give it a thumbs in the middle, but it kind of sucked, to be honest.
I was gonna give it a thumbs in the middle, but then we talked about it, and I got more upset the more we talked about it. So I was like, no, that shit sucked, actually.
I feel so bad giving it a thumbs down.
I'm clarifying right now. It wasn't AJ Lee's fault. It wasn't John Cena's fault. It was the way this show was ruined by the ads, and it was like absolutely butchered the pacing of this whole thing. The Brock Lesnar thing, it
Look,
still throws me off. There is Michael Cole's commentary really had me in the beginning. I was pissed about that. There was just a bunch of stuff that upset me about this show.
don't blame me. Blame the rating system, okay? Because I
Yes.
can't find a better rating for this show than a thumbs down. So, I mean, I'm sorry. AJ Lee was cool, though. I like AJ Lee. That's what we're here for. So if it was just that, I would give it a thumbs up, you know? But our rating
Yes.
system only makes it possible for a thumbs down.
If you guys think otherwise, please let us know down below. We'll happily read your explanation of why you thought it was great. First off, we're glad that you got that much joy out of it. But, didn't work for us. But we'd happily read your explanation of why you loved it. But for us, it just didn't do it.
It was not my cup of tea, personally.
But with that said, thank you guys so much for listening. If you made it to the end, stumbling over my words now, I'm so distracted by the show. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. If you made it this far, remember, like, comment, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. If you're listening on a podcasting platform like Spotify or any of the others, 5 stars always helps. If you want to see more Wrassle Graps stuff, you want to interact with us on social media, definitely do that. Give us a follow there. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.